Hello, I am Shantika. I am a data analyst at Rise Higher Education, and today I am in conversation with Tanishka, one of our alumni who is currently pursuing her master's from Northeastern University. So, Tanishka, would you like to give us a brief introduction about yourself?
Hi everyone. I am Tanishka Dlaka and I am from India, Dehradun, and I have completed my undergraduation from VIT University in Electrical and Electronics. And after my undergraduation, I have 2 years of work experience in Cognizant as a data analyst. And while I was working in Cognizant, I got interest in data domain and I thought of enhancing my skills and tools. And that is how I ended up pursuing MS in data analytics from Northeastern University. And currently, I have completed 1 year at Northeastern, and I have one more year left. And I am a fall 22 intake student. My co-op will be starting from next semester, like from next month in Amazon.
Okay, so Tanishka, till now, how is your experience of studying abroad at Northeastern University in Boston? How has it been?
So my experience has been great. Like it's been with ups and downs, and yeah, but it's been it's been a part of all my experience. It's been a part of my journey. And initially it was a little difficult, but then I adjusted, and then I learned so many things, and it was a self growth for me as well. So it's been great.
So, you have industry experience of 2 years?
Yeah, I have 2 years of work experience in Cognizant.
Okay, so how are you managing the transition from a professional work environment to being a student again? We know once we are into that industry, we don't want to get into that study environment again. So, how are you managing the transition?
So yeah, like the transition initially was little difficult for me, but only 2 years were there, so it was not a very long period for me to adjust to a student life again. And that too, while I was working in Cognizant, so it was a complete work from home and remote situation. And then initially, a month or two, it was difficult for me to get back into study mode and with all those things. But yeah, then eventually I learned my schedule and end up getting into the situation better.
Okay, so how do you think like studying in Boston, which has now become the hottest tech hub in US, if I'm not wrong, then how has it influenced your educational experience? Like, have you been able to take advantage of the city resources and industry connections?
It's like Boston is a tech hub, but like after COVID, since everything is remote, everything is virtual and online, so it doesn't have impacted a lot. Like the city has not contributed a lot to me because, like, if I'll say if it was before COVID, there might be a better advantage of being in a good city. But yeah, then now everything is virtual and online, so yeah, the city didn't play a major role.
Okay, so how do you find the data analytics program at Northeastern University, and what aspects do you find most valuable or enjoyable?
Yeah, the data analytics, like it's a very interesting domain. It's a very vast domain, and you can choose your track, like whether to go for data engineer, whether to go for business analyst, whether to go for business intelligence, data scientist. So it's a very vast domain, and then you can refine your domain and then see in which areas you have the interest most, and depending upon that area of interest you and the skills you want to gain more, you can choose one track.
Since you have spent like 1.5 year in Boston, so how does studying in the US differ from your educational experience in India?
Studying in US is different than India because here, like people, professors and the students more focus on the practical knowledge, on group studies, on teamwork, and how to build a project from the base and how to work on a data. Like here, everything is on the practical knowledge. It's not just the theoretical knowledge. And whereas it was a little different in India because in India we used to only work on the theoretical part more than working on the practical parts.
Yeah, right. Because and we also have a habit of doing it in a theoretical way, and in
Yeah.
I'll keep it to the deadline and not doing
Mhm.
it, and taking help from the teachers, and a lot of ways.
Mhm.
So it's obviously it's different. So
Yeah.
have you had any experiences or challenges related to the cultural adaptation while studying in the United States? And if so, if you're having some challenges, then how are you dealing with them? How are you overcoming them?
Like cultural challenges as such, I haven't faced here. There are people from all the cultures, and like at last, everyone is very friendly, and I didn't face any cultural differences so far over here.
So, is there anything interesting that you learned or liked about their culture?
Yeah, it's just the way they are more open, they are more friendly, they are more interactive. I like that part because everyone over here they complements each other, and they like give boost others' confidence. They don't try to mitigate, or they don't try to submiss the other person, and yeah, they are very friendly. So I like that part.
Okay, apart from then the cultural challenges part, is there any other type of challenges which you're facing in there?
Initially, like it was little difficult to settle down, but once we settled down, we found our place, and then we had all our things assembled together. So I didn't find any other difficulty as such over here.
Okay, so are there any resources or services provided by your university or the city Boston that have been helpful to you as an international student?
Yes, there are many services that a college provides, and like housing, like food, and everything. They helps us, they guides us with everything. So you can reach out to them if for any issues, and they are willing to guide and help us.
And are the services different for international and domestic students? Are there any differences?
There might be here and there just some paperwork, documents work that an international student has to do, and the domestic student are not required. And like yeah, other than that, there are no such differences.
Tanishka, in what ways do you think your industry experience as a programmer analyst or data analyst will complement your master's degree?
I have noticed that yeah, it complemented me to a good extent, and my prior experience, my knowledge has helped me here because I was having little basic knowledge. I was having a little background, so yeah, that thing helped me choose my track and like what I'm interested in. It helped me and enhance and learn more in detail and advance my skills in that domain.
Have you had any opportunities to apply those knowledges and experiences in your studies currently? Like, were you able to even work on any real data analytics project?
Yeah, and we were having many courses where we were given a real time data, and we were asked to work on that in a group project or in a team project. Yeah, there has been instances where the professor gave us this real time data, and we had to work on it.
Was your previous experience any use in these projects?
Yeah, because my previous experience was also like handling and governing a huge amount of data, so that experience helped me over here as well.
Would you say that an experience is required, or a student will be able to excel in these fields if even if he or she doesn't have a prior experience from the same background?
Yeah, definitely they can excel in this field if they don't have experience as well, because it just complements you. But obviously, if you'll put a little extra effort, also like little maybe, then experience also maybe not required, and you can excel in those areas without experience as well.
There are a lot of students also from the non-technical background as well who are coming into these fields. So probability of them excelling in this field, what is the probability of that?
Yeah, like even I was from triple E background. I was also having literally no knowledge in this domain, and it's just like I had to put a little more extra effort. I had to do a little more self study compared to other students who were already having the basic knowledge. So you can have a little extra study. You can put a little extra effort till the time you reach the level of the other students. So it's just a little more extra effort that is required, and then when once you reach on the same level, then it's same for everyone.
Then how much is coding important in this field? Like how much is technical background required in this field? What type of skills and languages a person should spend their time on if they want to enter this field?
If you want to enter in data analytics, coding is very important, I feel. And then you should have knowledge, and if you don't have knowledge also, it's fine, you can learn anytime, you can start, join, and then learn. You can do some online course. So there are a couple of coding, like Python you should know if you are entering into data analytics. And if you are as a software engineer or software side, other languages can also work, like Java, C++, all those. But for data analytics, Python is preferred, and SQL is preferred. SQL, NoSQL, all these databases are preferred because it's about handling a data. So SQL is the essential part of data analytics. And working on database management system, you should have complete knowledge in this domain. And then data visualization tools are also required, because for data analytics you have to analyze and you have to visualize what all things you have done, and what are the insights you can gain from the data, and how it will be beneficial for the company. So you should know the visualization tools as well. Like, you can come and learn, and you can do courses, and here also there will be subjects related to data visualization and related to Python, SQL, and all those languages will be covered in your curriculum as well.
My next question is a little controversial question. So, what do you think is the future of this field? Like the very trend of AI, which is replacing most of the job profiles, will it also replace data analysts?
AI is always the future, but for AI as well, you should know how to work on data, because AI will tell you everything, but they can't tell you about the data insights. Like, all those insights and all those visualization you have to do using some other tools. AI won't be able to help us in that domain.
Alright.
Yeah, that's the other track, but data analysts are also will be required at the same point.
So this will go. This is for a long run. These fields.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. So and now can we talk about your internship now from Amazon? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you go about securing an offer from Amazon? Can you share any tips or insights from that?
Yeah, after my first semester completed, I started applying for internships and co-ops. So it was a very rough stage at the beginning, because it was very difficult to secure an interview itself, because we were applying in so many companies and we were only able to get handful of interviews. Like, ratio was very very bad, I'll tell you. But I applied for so many internships and co-ops, but I was only able to get 5 to 6 interviews for companies. And initially, I was getting rejects, first reject, second reject, third reject, and then I was like, where I'm being wrong, why I'm not getting selected, like why I'm not getting converted to internship, because a couple of my interviews were good also, but still you don't know what went wrong. And yeah, a couple of them went bad, so at least that part I know that this was the area I have to learn. So while I was getting rejects, I was learning from each and every reject. And then when my last interview was from Amazon only, and then what I observed was all those rejects helped me gain some knowledge from each and every part, that okay, this area was important, this interview might ask. I got a little insight that which areas I should focus, and then I focused on that area, and then I prepared for my Amazon interview, and it went well, and I was able to. And there were 2 rounds. One was an phone round, telephonic round for half an hour, and the second round was for 3 hours, and they asked me SQL. 1 hour was live coding on SQL, and then 1 hour was live session on Tableau. They gave me a data set, and I had to visualize the data sets, and they told me to build a dashboard on Tableau and make a dynamic dashboard. And then half an hour on 45 minutes was a managerial behavioral round. It was a very big process, but yeah, I learned from each and every reject, and that I felt that that's how I ended up getting Amazon.
You are the live example of learning from your mistakes, Tanishka. Hats off to you.
At some point, I got very demotivated also. Like, when I was giving my interview for fifth company, I was like, I've given 4 interviews for 4 company, and I don't know why I'm getting. And then fifth also, I got rejected. So I was so demotivated. But then I was like, okay, for this, I have to give my best. No matter what, I have to give my best.
You hit the jackpot.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the role of the university in this? Like, how does the university support student engagement and involvement in research, internships, and co-op opportunities related to your field?
Yes, so over Northeastern, your first semester there's a subject for co-op, and then you have to take it in your first semester or either second semester. But it's preferred if you take this course in your first semester. So in this first semester, they will help you in making your resume, like how should be the format and like the star format it should follow. Like you should to describe your projects and how to make your perfect resume. They'll teach you and how to make your CV, and like the content is all yours. Obviously, the project you will add, the experience you will add, all those. But how to make it and how to show it in a good way, they helps us and they helps you in making your CV as well. And first semester was all about this, and then second semester when we started applying for co-ops and internships, so we were given a co-op advisor who will review our resume and who will check that yeah everything is okay, or if some changes are required they will guide us. They'll take our mock interviews, they'll take our behavioral interviews, like this. They help us and they'll keep on checking like in a week or two in a month. And then there's a portal for Northeastern University in New Works where you can apply for co-ops and internships, but it's only applicable for Northeastern students. Other students can't apply. So it's a NU Works is basically a Northeastern specific portal where you can apply for internships and co-ops. And like it's not for everyone, but it worked for me because out of six, five companies which I got was from NU Works, and the one was from LinkedIn. But it's not the same for everyone. Other people might was getting more from LinkedIn as less for NU Works. So it's just how is your resume matching with your the same as the requirements of the company. Yeah, I got out of six, five companies I got from NU Works only. And this Amazon also I got from NU Works, and I applied it from Northeastern portal. And then this is how I got my resume got selected from Northeastern University. This part helped me a lot in getting a co-op Northeastern, I would say.
Okay, so university actually played a good role in this internship.
Yeah. In my situation, it played a very good role because I was getting more interviews from Northeastern portal only, from where I was applying, and less interviews from LinkedIn.
Okay, okay. But it might vary for different students.
Yeah, it was vary for other students also. Other were getting more from LinkedIn. It's just your profile, your resume, and everything.
So, Tanishka, can you also walk us through the application process for the university as well?
Yes, so my application process was connected with Akriti, and then we started working on my resume, and then team helped me working on SOP, and then we shortlisted couple of colleges like high reach colleges, medium reach colleges, reachable colleges, like this. And then accordingly I applied for those colleges, and I got mostly from medium reach to high reach colleges I got admit. And then I applied to around 6 to 7 colleges. I got admit to 5 of those colleges, and I got reject from 2 colleges. That too because of the data scientist role I applied, and that was not quite similar to my domain. And from the rest colleges, I got an admit, and then I finalized this Northeastern University because of its co-op and the opportunity to work for a co-op.
All right. Well, you are very talented and very excelled in your field. I am getting the idea.
Thank you so much.
If you don't mind, would you like to share what your long-term career goals are and how you see your current degree and position at Amazon as well fitting into these goals?
Yeah, I would like to work hard in Amazon so that I get converted to full time as well over there. And then, yeah, I will give my best and my 100% over there. And I feel that my long term goal aligns at this point is because this is my interest, and I would like to work on this for my long term as well. I don't want to switch my profile, or I don't want to change my profile. I like this domain, and this will be my long term goal to work on like a company where I can enhance and where I can learn from so much knowledgeable people around me, and where I can like put my skills over there and be part of growth for them as well.
to sum up this interview now, would you like to give us a brief roadmap for this field of data analytics, especially for those students who are just starting their career in this field?
A brief roadmap would be like, it doesn't matter if you have no prior experience, or if you don't have any prior uh, under graduation in this domain. It's just you have to put a little more extra effort, then you will be able to reach at the same point. And then if you have the interest in those specific skills, like there are various paths you can choose in data analytics as well. If you are more into machine learning, if you're more into AI, and if you're more into data mining sides, machine learning sides, you can always learn more in Python libraries, and go for data scientist roles. And if you are more into business intelligence or data engineer role, you can always learn Tableau, Power BI, all those skills for data visualizations. Or if you are more into SQL and how to work on big database, you can go for database management system and learn all these things, and go for data analyst. Yeah, so you have various paths, and then it's up to you like which domain you have interest, and then follow that specific path.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a roadmap. Like if I answer your question properly.
Okay, yeah, definitely that's really gonna help the students a lot. And additionally, is there any advice that you would like to give to the students who are considering pursuing their master's degree in US?
Yeah, I would just like to tell them, you might face little scared in the beginning. I was also very scared in the beginning, like what will happen, how will I adjust and everything. But trust me, if once you come here, and you'll make some good friends, you'll be in a good environment. You'll learn so many things. You learn how to be your own, and there will be ups and downs. But still, you have to just work hard, give your 100%, and just don't give up, and everything at the end eventually will turn out good.
Well, that was amazing, and thank you for all of that information. I'm sure the
Yeah.
students are gonna love this interview, and they are gonna have a lot of information from this interview.
Hmm.
Thank you for joining us today, Tanishka, and helping the students as well. It was a nice conversation with you.
Yeah, same here. Thank you so much. It was very nice connecting to you and sharing all my thoughts.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, you too. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.